Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Women's Spirit Show, where you are getting the guidance, the tools, the awareness, and the incredible wisdom from our speakers to help you on your path of courageous awakening. So, welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Women's Spirit Show. I am so excited to have my next guest expert here, Alyssa Meis. Alyssa, thank you so much for being here with me.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth. I'm super excited to be here.
This show is powerful. It's short and potent because we want to give you all a tool or a tip that you can implement in your life right away. We're also talking about the Women's Spirit Retreat, which is coming up. We'll tell you a little bit more about that later. But let me start with introducing Alyssa. She's an incredible, powerful, deep, soulful, spiritual woman who happens to be the founder of Divine Feminine Finance. She empowers soul-led women to reclaim their financial power as an integral part of their own spiritual growth, which I think is incredible that you do this work, Alyssa. So welcome to the show, and thank you again for being here.
Thank you.
What would you say? Like, it's one thing for me to introduce you in my words and say, like, here's Alyssa, she's amazing. But what is it that you help women to do in your business the most?
At the core of what I do, I help spiritual women reclaim their financial power.
So needed. Like, it's something I see that's so needed because oftentimes spiritual women are financially disempowered. Why is that? Can we just jump right in and ask you this question? Like, why are spiritual women so lost when it comes to money and finances?
Yeah, well, my own story is somewhat unique, but it's in common with a lot of women in that for those of us who are spiritual leaders, especially of some kind, and that can include mothers because you're also spiritually leaders in your families. But I was a Catholic nun for 13 years, so I had a vow of poverty. And the way that my relationship with money was kind of formed and deformed and transformed at different moments in different ways was that spirituality is often considered to be divorced from the material. So there's often this disconnect between the spiritual and material because spiritual is considered to be superior to material. And that for me is one of the big reasons why. There's a lot more, obviously, with that. But for me specifically, it was having a vow of poverty. I like literally spiritual poverty was considered not just spiritual, but material too, considered to be superior to wealth, essentially.
So
And so
as a nun for 13 years, we're all dealing with it being like, oh, like I feel bad about charging or asking, like, well, that's in our community. But you had a vow of
yeah,
poverty. That was like at a whole other level of having that. And then
yeah.
then you ended up being a spiritual financial empowerment guide for women. How did that happen? I know you're going to talk about it more during your soul talk as part of the Women's Spirit Retreat, but can you give us a nutshell of like how?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, in a nutshell. So part of my path was really deep in mystical, contemplative, um, spiritual leadership. So guiding retreats and studying theology, lots of spirituality. But I also had experience in fundraising and raising money for my community. So I ended up having this unique kind of mix of spirituality and financial empowerment in a different context, in a different way. And when I ended up deciding to leave my community and had to kind of start over from scratch financially, I had to really, really do a deep dive in my own financial empowerment. And through that process, I realized that I wasn't the only spiritual, soulful woman who had that challenge. It is so common. And honestly, for often women who don't even identify necessarily as spiritual, like they have the same struggles. And so what I realized is that the depth of my spiritual training and experience was completely connected with financial empowerment. And so in my own like education, training, and all of the things I've done from a financial side of things, I noticed the gap that was there, that it was missing most of the time, 99% of the time was missing the spiritual and emotional components of the deep, deep, like inner wealth cultivation, so that you are living your wealth journey from the inside out versus the outside in.
Inner wealth cultivation, like, and living your wealth journey. I can't wait to hear your talk. Like, I'm getting goosebumps head to toe right now. It's beautiful. So can you give us a tip or like something we can use today as soulful spiritual women who are like, eek, for the wealth? Can you give us some kind of
Yeah.
repeat?
One of my number one tips for, and what I teach the women that I support, is your number one spiritual advisor is your inner wisdom.
Yeah. For us to get back in touch with that. That's like, I'm just feeling it right now as you're saying it. It's like, right, not looking externally, getting back in touch here. If you all felt that, put it in the chat wherever you're watching or listening to this. Just put the word yes in the chat right now if you can feel that. So, is there something? I know, like, my mind wants to go, well, then what do we do? But that might be just it. It's just know that.
Know that first, and then all of the path. And even, I mean, that's what I do invite you all to come and listen to the talk, because I will give you more kind of meat and potatoes about how you do that, and what that looks like, and how does your inner wisdom become your biggest financial ally and guide.
Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so our inner wisdom is going to become our biggest financial ally and guide. And everyone, you want it, right? You got to come to the Women's Spirit Retreat, because that's where Alyssa is going to be going deep into it during her soul talk. And a soul talk, it's our feminine version of a potent talk where you're going to get breakthroughs, ahas, realizations, inspiration, and tangible tactical tools that you can all use in your life in all sorts of topics in healing, wellness, personal transformation. And Alyssa is going to be speaking specifically about this inner wealth and the outer wealth. So, Alyssa, I'm really excited. Everyone, the Women's Spirit Online Retreat is coming up July 18th through 20th. We actually have a special kickoff session on July 17th. So I'm going to start saying July 17th through 20th, and it's all online. So, Alyssa, tell everybody a little bit more about your talk.
The talk is called Sacred Wealth Transformation, the Way of Divine Feminine Finance. So it's will help you to discover how to align your finances with the deepest desires of your soul and your divine identity.
Yes, please. Yes, please to that. I can't wait for this. It's going to be so special. So everyone, it's a powerful opportunity to join us for the Women's Spirit to Retreat to dive into Alyssa's topic. Among others, there are 25 incredible speakers who are going to be sharing their heart's wisdom with you. And what's really special about this event is it is not pre-recorded where you go off all by yourself and plug into some library. It is live transformational experience in real time with myself and the speakers, where you'll be with us between July 17th and 20th, transforming, healing, awakening together live and in real time. And you can get your ticket. Now, this event is so valuable. It should be $1,000 ticket, but with the other speakers, and it was really cool, aligned with your message, Alyssa. With the other speakers, we all agreed, let's make this available free. So we have free seats for you all. Just go to womenspiritretreat.com. Women's Spirit Retreat. There's 2 S's there. Womenspiritretreat.com. Go there right now. Just put your name and email address in, and you will be included. You'll save your free seat. And you know what you can also do? I'm going to put it in the chat there just in case. And you'll also see it in the description of this video, wherever you are. Go there, womenspiritretreat.com. Grab your free seat right now, and grab one for a sister, a friend, a mom, like somebody you know needs this, especially who needs to hear Alyssa's message of spiritual financial empowerment. Alyssa, what are you most looking forward to as part of the retreat?
Honestly, this journey of preparing and creating this event together with this group of powerful leaders has already been transformational personally. So like I cannot imagine how powerful and transformational it will be, as because of the collective like energy that we've been building, creating this. For me, it's like a womb of transformation that's just waiting to receive us all, every single one of you who signs up, to just be held and nourished and empowered in all these different aspects of your life as a woman.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Thank you for saying that. It's true. Like these women, everybody, these leaders, these global leaders are coming together, and we've been creating it for you all over the past 3 months. So it's a powerful, potent crucible of transformation. So join us, womenspiritretreat.com, completely free. And it's an opportunity for like a midsummer retreat. We named it a retreat because we were like, it is an online deep dive. You can join from anywhere in the world to deep dive for your soul. So womenspiritretreat.com, July 17th through 20th. We know that when you join, you will get transformation, you will get tactical tools, and you will be held in a supportive community of sisterhood. So we're really excited to have you there. Alyssa, what would you say to our audience as the final words of inspiration? Like if they're just feeling on their journey, they're like, I don't know, what do I do? I feel confused or lost, or like, can I do it? Questioning all those things that come up for them. What would you say for
Mhm.
inspiration?
Yeah, the I would say you know the way. You know the way, it's within you, and there's no reason to be afraid. You already know within you.
That's some powerful advice, everybody. Alyssa, like I see your everything you say. I want to write it in a quote and put it on a card on my wall. So you know the way. Somebody write that in the chat for us. You know the way. And when you empower us in that way, Alyssa, like it just makes me know that the financial empowerment that you're going to give us during Women's Spirit Retreat is going to be even better. So thank you for saying that. Thank you for being here, for being part of the show and part of the event. I'm so excited to have you on it.
Thank you. And I actually really like what you said about it being a midsummer retreat. Maybe we should have called it that, midsummer retreat.
Right? It is. It's a
Love
midsummer
that.
because it's a perfect time when the world is all doing all sorts of things, just tune in with us. So it's
Mhm.
really, really good. So everybody, July 17th through 20th, it's live. You can join for whatever portions make sense for your schedule. Womenspiritretreat.com. There's two S's, womenspiritretreat.com. Go there, claim your seat. We'll see you there. And thank you everyone also for watching another episode of the Women's Spirit Show. And I'll see you on the next one. And Alyssa, thank you again.
Thank you for having me.
And everyone, share this episode and join us for Women's Spirit Retreat. We'll see you